What's going on, you guys? My Hero Academia, Season 3, Episode 15. Let's talk about it. I really liked this episode. I wouldn't say I loved it or that it was amazing or anything. It was pretty good, but, I enjoyed it. We got a lot of new characters. I like that all these new characters are students from other schools, because really, when it comes to Hero students, we only ever see Class 1A and, 3 of Class B. I was going to say we see Class B, but no, that would be an exaggeration. We see 3 students from Class B, usually. Kendo, Tetsu, and whatever the dude who looks like Alphonse from Full Metal Alchemist, the douchebag one. In fact, we see him in this episode being a douchebag again. We see a couple of students, a couple of familiar faces, but the big draw of this episode is the new faces, the not so familiar faces. We got a lot of students from other schools. One guy looks exactly like Deku, but older. So I don't know. He seems like he could be a fun character, I guess. This other guy who slammed his head into the ground, that was weird. He seemed fun too, and he's supposed to be strong. He's supposed to be he was recommended even higher than Todoroki, so he could be a real powerhouse. We know how powerful Todoroki is, so definitely interested to see what that guy is capable of. That'll be very interesting. And then we also get the teacher, who is basically the only one that gets any extensive focus, and she wants Aizawa to marry her. The Eraserhead, she wants the Eraserhead, right? She wants the Eraserhead, and it's funny, I guess. I mean, I've seen this gag in Fairy Tale. Wow, why did in fucking One Piece? Oh my god, slap myself for almost calling One Piece Fairy Tale. In One Piece with Lola, with the whole. I mean, she didn't try to propose to just one person. Well, I guess the pig Lola tried to get Absalom to marry her, and then the other Lola tried to get anybody to marry her. So I guess it's kind of the same thing. But she's fun, and her power is actually really OP. She can just make people laugh, on the spot. You think you're concentrating, you think you're a badass, and then you're just laughing your ass off, and you're crippled. I mean, I feel like that could beat, anybody, right? Except for Eraserhead, because he can erase quirks, but anyone else, I feel like you got them. They're done. I mean, maybe not someone who's, a really big powerhouse, like All Might. Even if you get him laughing, he can probably still do damage. So maybe not anybody, but I feel like that power is pretty hacks. It can pretty much cripple anyone on the spot. So that's cool. It's a good power to have. And she's a fun character for what she is. Really great design. Most of these characters have really solid designs. Except for the guy who looks like Deku, because he looks exactly like Deku. I mean, not that Deku doesn't have a good design, he does, but to reuse it, I think, is a little bit lazy. But maybe they'll bring it up. Maybe he's similar to Deku in some way. That'll be interesting. I mean, we're kind of already doing that with Tetsu and Kirishima, though, so I don't know if they want to, reuse that, but whatever, that's nitpicking. So that's the new characters. We also get some, isolated character moments. There's one for Uraraka, which is kind of a weird scene because it starts off comedic, and she's flustered about the girls confronting her on who she likes, and it's a cute scene for what it is, Then she actually sees Deku, and you think it'd be a tender moment or whatever for all the shipping fans, but then it has this over-the-top music that makes it feel kind of comedic, so I don't know what the intention there was, but I thought it was funny for some reason, but yeah, and I liked also seeing Deku actually train with his kicks, he's actually trying to learn how to do kicks, they don't just come to him naturally, that feels in line with the character, feels very consistent, I like that touch. And I also like, speaking of the new students and towards the end of the episode, I also like the detail of the fact that UA is at a disadvantage because they were in the sports festival, so everybody already knows their powers. They know their strengths, their weaknesses. They saw the sports festival, so it's crushed UA time, and they all just gang up on UA all at once, which I like the competitive nature of it. I like that it puts them at a disadvantage. This has really reminded me of Tournament of Power in a lot of ways. I don't know what came first as far as this in the manga versus when the Tournament of Power started, but I like how a couple of characters splinter off on their own, very similar to the Tournament of Power, while everyone else stays in a group, and then all the other schools / all the other universes want to go after Universe 7 / UA. It feels very similar to the Tournament of Power. I don't think there was any ripping off going on from either side. Again, I don't know which one came first. It's probably just a coincidence, but it's similar. I thought that was something worth mentioning. And the only other thing to talk about is at the beginning of the episode. I'm sorry I'm jumping around a lot, but there's not really much to say. There's just this nice moment at the beginning where right after Deku saves All Might kind of has this self-reflecting moment where he realizes oh yeah, I'm not a hero anymore. People are going to try to protect me now. It's almost like a midlife crisis kind of thing, for a lack of a better way of putting it. I don't know how that'll be tackled in future episodes, if he'll really start to feel like it's hurting his pride to not be able to be a hero, or it's hurting him, on an emotional level because he can't go save people and other people have to save him. I'm curious where that could develop All Might as a character now that he can't, now that he can't actually go save people. I'd be very curious to see. So, yeah, I thought it was a really solid episode. Some couple of nice character moments, some good comedy here and there, some stuff for the shipping fans, introduced a bunch of new characters, got the events rolling. Now that I listed all like that, it's a pretty packed episode of stuff for pretty much every kind of fan of My Hero Academia. Yeah, it's a really solid episode. I give it like a 7.5, 8 out of 10. It's nothing that'll blow your socks off, but I thought it was a really good episode. So, with that being said, what did you guys think of this episode of My Hero Academia? You can go ahead and tell me in the comments section below. Give the video a thumbs up, share it on social media. Both those would help me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already, or if you like what you've seen here. Click that little bell to get notifications when my videos go up. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.